In a world where the marks think they know better than the wrestlers and the bookers, the Fantasy Booking Institute exists to pretty much do exactly that. This is a visit from the FBI.
This is Dan the Dad, and you should listen to Raw and Order or you're grounded.
Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Booking Institute, your weekly source for pro wrestling fantasy booking. I am your host, Detective Mark Smarks, and I'm joined, as always, by my partners in crime fighting. Starting off, District Attorney Vincent Kayfabe. What's going on, man? How are you?
What's up, buddy? How are you? There's, looks like there's another number on there. Some people enjoying better health in life.
We're up to 4 there. I don't know. We're trying to get to that 12, but we're at 4 now. Also joining us from up north, RCMP JLB. We don't give him any blame because, you know, he lives in Canada and the code doesn't work up there.
Yeah, you Thanks Americans, huh? Yeah, one job.
But before we get
eaten some keto stuff, jeez,
it's not all keto. Some of it's not keto. But welcome Necro. I see him already popping up in the chat. I am sure Necro will probably join with us in honors here. We unfortunately have to start off with the bad news that broke not long before the podcast, right?
Yeah.
About 9 o'clock, 9:30ish. It broke that Jay Briscoe was unfortunately tragically killed in a car accident. And apparently his 2 daughters were in the car too. And we're both injured. One of them is still going to be in the hospital and going to have a rough road. The other one looks like she's had, I don't want to say minor injuries, but lesser injuries and expected to recover okay. But one way or another, she lost her dad. They both did. Their mom lost their husband. We lost a wrestler that we all can agree we enjoyed very much the matches that we've seen of his. The Briscoes were one of my favorite Ring of Honor tag teams, and I was looking forward to seeing them in the newly relaunched Ring of Honor coming up here shortly. But it was interesting that we found out about it first from a tweet from Tony Khan, and then more and more tweets came in. Now Tony obviously found out through all of his connections and everything, but it was kind of interesting that it wasn't a Dave Meltzer reports or a Sean Ross Sapp reports or anything like that. It was straight from Tony Khan announcing it, and it just fucking blows is what it does. But so our hearts and thoughts go out to the Briscoe family, Mark and Jay's wife and kids. I don't know how much extended family he has, but I'm sure they're all hurting right now. It's a very sad day there. So, and it always kind of sucks for this sort of news to break right before we do our fun, zany fantasy booking show. Because we always have to start off with talking about this shitty news. But along the same lines, this is still a fantasy booking show, and so we will still do our fun fantasy booking. But just know that there's a hole in our wrestling hearts, and AEW already posted up a in memory of image. I'm sure that tomorrow's Dynamite will probably start off with some acknowledgement of it, even though he wasn't ever officially a part of AEW for stupid Time Warner reasons.
Right. And even NXT had actually even mentioned it on their cast. So, and then we saw the outpouring of condolences and messages throughout all of the wrestling industry. It's these guys obviously were in ROH for 20 years, but they've wrestled everywhere, and that just by the outpouring support and messages from all different types of wrestlers from all different types of organizations, they really have went against everybody, and even the Usos have mentioned their condolences, of course. So clearly they've had an impact in the wrestling industry with a 20-year career. They were the current ROH champion as well, and just very sad.
Won it in that absolutely killer double dog collar match with FTR,
right? Yeah,
which some people put up there in their match of the year candidates. I had rated as my favorite of the trio of FTR matches. Two-time CZW World Tag Champions. Three-time GCW Tag Champions. One-time Impact Wrestling Champion. House of Glory Tag Champion. Full Impact Pro Tag Champion. NWA Crockett Cup winner. Jersey All Pro Wrestling Tag Champions with Insane Dragon. That's one of the few ones that's not with Mark. New Japan Pro Tag Championships one time, and Never Openweight 6-man Tag Championship twice. NWA Wildside Tag Champions. Premier Wrestling Federation U.S. Heavyweight Champion one time, and winner of the United States Heavyweight Championship Tournament one time. Ranked number 7 on the PWI 500 in 2015. Pro Wrestling Noah Junior Heavyweight Tag Championships one time. Pro Wrestling Unplugged Tag Championships. Real Championship Wrestling Tag Champions one time, and Tag Team Tournament winners. Ring of Honor World Champion twice. Ring of Honor 6-man Tag Team Championship one time. 13-time Ring of Honor World Tag Champions. Winner of the Honor Rumble. Won the 2007 CM Punk Award. 2007 Tag Team of the Year. 2007 Feud of the Year. 2019 Tag Team of the Year. 2019 Feud of the Year. Tag Team of the Decades for the 2010s, Tag Team of the Year for 2021, Ring of Honor Hall of Fame Class of 2022, Squared Circle Wrestling Tag Champions, USA Extreme Wrestling Tag Champions, and Tag Team of the Year in 2007 by Wrestling Observer Newsletter. Obviously, absolutely stupid time, but here, give me 1 second and let me I think Necro has a lot more probably knowledge of Jay Briscoe than any of us do, so let me see.
Absolutely.
We're gonna see if we can bring Necro on I'm gonna send him the link, and we'll see if he can pop on. His phone gave him troubles last time we did it, but that was when we were on EV Mux. So we'll see if now that we're back to StreamYard, if everything.
He just has to make sure he has to allow mic and thing on his phone, and hopefully it works. StreamYard has its own little thing with the the phones.
Mhm. It does, but it
So
should pop
hopefully that
up.
works out.
It should pop up. Allow mic access. Allow phone video access. But we will see on that. But kind of a last minute decision
Yeah.
to do it. But
And yeah, no, and 38 years old, very still very, very young, still in the prime of his years. Um and yeah, it's his with news regarding to everything there, because news just kept on coming once we heard that is the his Jay's wife's school is going to be permanently closed tomorrow. She's a teacher up there as well. Um, Obviously, just a lot that she's going through. Yeah, it's almost too crazy when with technology nowadays, when you're trying to absorb what you're reading, and then you suddenly get more news as it goes on, and it's just
mhm.
an instant shock each time, as you're still trying to process the news from the get-go.
Yeah,
um
it's the curse of modern technology.
yeah,
It used to be we'd wait until a newspaper or a newscast popped up and said, "Hey," you know, uh, and we'd read it all at one time, and they'd have all of the
right,
information, all from the get go. A newscast wouldn't. I mean, except for like really major things, like JFK's assassination broke live as it happened. But most of the time,
right.
we didn't start to get that news until almost all of the facts were in on it. This time, not the case. We got the news trickled in almost as fast as you could read about it.
That's it. And TMZ obviously made a report, but I don't mean to sound rash, but even New York Post had also made an entire posting on Jay Briscoe as well. Um, it's just showing you the impact that he did have as well. With a lot of you usually wouldn't hear unless it was a bigger TMZ reports everything. That's just TMZ, but New York Post and stuff like that. You usually don't um, get a lot of wrestling content unless maybe it's like a sellout or Vince McMahon resigning or something like that. I don't even think they had reported the Brody Lee thing from back there, back what, 2 years ago now. Um, but it does kind of remind me of how shocked I was when I heard about the Brody Lee news, and how everyone is reacting, and the wrestling world came together for such tragic news, and with outpouring support of who Jay Briscoe was. I've never seen them live or spoken to him or anything like that. Um, but it seems that he was just a genuinely good dude, and everyone who worked with him ultimately respected him and trusted him in the ring to do what he wanted to do to protect them as well while they were in the ring. They do a lot of crazy matches and so on, but even with those matches, hardcore matches and such, that still takes a lot of protecting your opponents. And just by uh, the tweet from Cash Wheeler really specifically got to me. Um, just obviously he's distraught, is not even a good word. But he's been crying all day and so on. So um, it's, I guess, yeah, it's just tragic.
Yeah.
It's a really good reminder to do the things you love and love the things you do. Because you never know. I mean, number one, that industry is really hard on people to have to do all the time. Like they're on the road constantly, and then you know, he lived his dream, and you never know when you're not going to have a chance to live that dream. So take that opportunity when you get the chance.
Absolutely.
I'm so fucked up in the head. I was looking for a way to fucking segue into Factor from that, and I can't. So I'm not gonna do it.
No, definitely not not for not for Factor. It's a bit it's a bit weird. I don't know how you would do that. Although I guess you kind of maybe did. We're waiting for Necro though to come on in. I don't know if he's having issues there.
He's got it set up. He's ready for the link.
He's got it set up.
Yeah, I'm sending it, and I sent it through Discord as well. For some reason or other, when I send it through Twitch, it disappears. I don't know why.
Twitch doesn't want you to use a management software for theirs.
Okay, let's try this now.
Side note, while we're waiting, I do want to apologize to our audience for Smarks lying to them. This is not our first sponsor. We've had other sponsors.
Name them.
Anchor.fm.
Anchor was our host, and they weren't technically a sponsor. They just threw money our way because
we said their names.
To get us
Therefore,
to use
that
them.
makes it a sponsor.
I would say no, but that's beside the point.
I'm just trying to lighten the mood and not be.
That was also pre-Twitch, so.
True. It was also pre-TWICTCH. I almost spelled the word Twitch wrong.
Yep.
I almost spelled the way JLB talks.
Facts.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give him some room. I'm gonna sit down.
Boom.
Okay, Necro, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. What's going on?
There you go. We can hear you.
Well, this isn't working. Go the other way?
No, go the other way. Yeah, hold it right side up.
Like this?
Yeah, if you hold it like that, since we have you in them.
Okay, hang on. Let's toss it on the... Trying to get it wedged in here. All right, that's not bad.
So, yeah. We just
Yeah,
kind of
tragic.
Talk this tragic news. And I said, you probably are even more familiar with Briscoes than any of us.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of matches of theirs for sure.
Yeah, I've watched dozens because I was a fan of them in Ring of Honor.
Their Japan work. There's this one match specifically where they fight each other on the indies, and I think they're both either drunk or high, but they're just laying in a little bit differently. But yeah, they're the maniacs, man. It's just sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad to see. It's unbelievable, honestly, because someone so feared in the ring, you don't expect them to be gone like that.
Yeah. Well, that's the deal is, it's so frustrating. We watch these people literally bleed for us and put themselves in these dangerous situations regularly, and it's a fucking car accident that takes them out.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's just like hard to believe, really.
Yeah, I
Still,
kind of just sat here in disbelief when I first saw the message, and I was like, "Fuck."
yeah, there's nothing. I
I
don't
was
know,
like,
like the shit I've seen them
no way
do.
Tony is trolling. You know what I mean?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't do that.
No,
Yeah,
It's too
especially
at
serious.
first,
serious.
I just had to verify that it was actually a Tony Khan tweet because
That's it.
let's be
Yeah,
honest,
that's it.
Yeah, the parody accounts. Yeah,
Well,
parody
with this,
accounts are just
especially
someone
with all
photoshopping
these,
it.
yeah,
You know, there's always a chance that it was just a. Because I mean, a week go by that someone doesn't tweet that Mick Jagger died or Nick Cage died of drug overdose or whatever.
yeah.
And so just to have this, there's sad thing is there was part of me that was praying it would be a hoax tweet,
fake. Yeah, exactly.
but this
That's
And the
crazy.
fact that you couldn't
This is
find
fucking
anything anywhere, like when I saw that, I'm like, what? So of course you're gonna go and try and search. You literally could not find any. Like Tony Khan obviously was the one. He would be the first to know if anybody, and then Dave Meltzer came out, and so on, and then obviously all the other news outlets picked it up, but just fucking crazy.
I mean, there's no silver lining on this whatsoever, but we can be thankful that I don't know how old his children are.
They're in that development age where
But
it gets pretty rough.
they can't be very, very old at all. And the only thing I can say is I'm thankful that they were very likely in protective child car seats, and that very well might be the reason that we're not also talking about multiple fatalities on this side. We still don't know all of the details. A head-on collision, is never good, no matter how it goes. And we don't know. I haven't seen yet whether
We
they
do.
whether it was
No.
like someone crossed the center line or or what, you know what I mean, what played into it. But
Well, there was
I mean,
an
I don't know, maybe
entrapment
Jim-
and a fire.
well, yeah, entrapment just
happened.
means that they were stuck in the car.
They were stuck in the car, right?
When the EMTs were called in, they knew that the people were in the car that needed to be pulled out, and fires happen in collisions all the time.
Right.
The cause of the collision is still, I mean, obviously head-on collision means a head-on collision, but there are so many things that could cause it. It could be that the other driver swerved to avoid hitting a car and didn't see Jay Briscoe's car coming, or it could have been that the other driver was falling asleep at the wheel and
Right.
crossed the center lane, or it could have been that Jay Briscoe was distracted while driving. His daughters were in the backseat yelling, and he turned his head away. We don't know. We literally don't know, and that's kind of one of the tough things with this is, our brains want to know information and want to talk from a position of authority on it, and we just don't know. We don't know what caused it, and we may never truly know. But in the wrestling world, I haven't felt this kind of a hit to the heart since Brody Lee's death 2 years ago. And there have been other ones that have hit, just not the same sort of way, because we've had, I mean, like Shad Gaspar,
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of Crime Time when they came out. That just was, it was kind of during my time away from wrestling, so it didn't hit me as hard as it hit other people. It hit me from a standpoint of, as a father, knowing that he died saving his child. That's one thing. But as a wrestling fan, it didn't hit me as hard as the Brody Lee or this did, and so it just kind of blows. and it kind of blows because his brother Mark is going to be out there and going to have to start making some decisions for himself as to whether or not this is, whether he still has it in him to be a professional wrestler with his brother not there with him. And I would not blame him if he said, we
Just hang the
were a
boots,
group, we were a package deal, and without him, I'm just not in it anymore. I wouldn't blame him.
Right.
He has been almost exclusively tag wrestler in his career. I'm looking at Mark Briscoe, and it looks like Jersey Championship Wrestling. He was the light heavyweight champion once, but all of the other championships are tag championships for him. And so it's just one of those things where, this cost us one wrestler, but it might actually cost us both of them. Because how do you come back from that?
Well, and on top of that, I would imagine he has a great support system as well. But it's also his brother's birthday. It's Mark Briscoe's birthday tomorrow on top. So his birthday is no longer ever going to be the same again in regards to, he'll never be able to, it's just very tragic in that sense where the day before his birthday, this had to have happened as well. So it's already really tough on him as well. And I'm just hoping and praying for the best. He has a great support system with them, because that's just unconscionable.
Well, he does. That was a big family, but that's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the guy who's been with him. We tell our children who have siblings, be prepared for that kid that you don't like very much to be your best friend, because that's the person who's with you your whole life. That's the one you're stuck with your whole life. And those two embraced the entirety of Jay's life. They were literally best friends and brothers, and every aspect of it. Their careers leaned on each other.
They were only 1 year apart in age.
They do not know life without each other. Smarks, I know you're a few years younger than your nearest sibling, and he knows life without you. And you knew life not even remotely wanting to be in the same room. I'm going to guess these two fought it out when they were kids, and they were still best friends after they beat the crap out of each other. That's nearly twins. It's tough, man. It's just tough to hear. I can tell you my sister's still my best friend. She's 4 years older than me, and my best friend, and I've never worked with her, and she was a bitch to me in school, but she's still my best friend, and I talk to her every day, Sorry, Smarks, I hate to break the news to you. I'm sure
it's
you
okay.
feel the same way about your brother.
It's okay. I'm not hurting.
Smarks is number 2 on the list, if that helps. Buying somebody I've known for 42 years. So, it's tough. It is tough. These guys sweat the same blood. And when I say sweat the same blood, it's not the same sweat, it's the same blood. Every match. They didn't make decisions without each other.
Oops.
You gonna play some Spanish announce team of the Briscoes for us?
But anyways, yeah, it just kind of blows. I wish we started off this episode without, 30 minutes of. By the way, this really is going to suck. But
most of our listeners that are listening right now, though, are involved wrestling fans and knew before they listened. And the later listeners will have had time for the reports to hit them before we break it to them. So hopefully this isn't breaking news for most people.
yeah. But on that note, this is our silly, crazy show where we do stupid shit. And so, Necro, you're welcome to hang around and do crazy, stupid shit with us, or if
I
you'd
can be
rather-
on. I got about. I'm not sure. Wait, where are we at? I don't know where we're at. I got to catch sumo wrestling in a little bit here.
Mhm.
Live sumo wrestling. So
wow.
that's in about an hour or two. So for the final division. So or I might want to watch the second highest division as well.
Mhm.
But we'll see. I'm not sure yet. But if you want to do a little rundown of some indie wrestling, I can do that for you too as well.
You go for it.
Yeah, let's lock it.
Oh, you want to do it right now?
If you want to do it now, that's great.
Yeah, I know. I made a little list actually because it's a pretty busy weekend, but there's 3 GCW shows in a row on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we got GCW Don't Talk to Me in North Carolina with the Rock and Roll Express and a bunch of other stuff. And then there's
and they are going to make a mention of this.
100%. Oh yeah,
Briscoe's
for sure.
had a big presence in GCW too.
Then there's also Action Wrestling, Lords of Chaos, which is going to be amazing. Action Wrestling is always really, 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 really good. It's on IWTV, and that's Friday. So Friday's pretty quiet, actually. Saturday, there's like UFC. There's AIW, Wasted Youth. There's an XPW show, which is going to be really, really, really bad. But Necro Butcher and Schlack are probably going to break a lot of glass, so it might be okay because they're going to break a bunch of tubes. I'm not paying for that. Bootleg XPW. Do not ever pay for XPW. Ever. There's then the second night of GCW. There's GCW Take a Picture. They're in Alabama, so should be pretty great. And then the ultimate thing, like I'm telling you, Saturday is still stacked. There's ICW No Holds Barred 40 on IWTV, which is going to be a whole night of crazy death matches. There's it's a big death match show, so there should be a lot of glass, a lot of crazy blood. Should be some really good stuff. And then late on Saturday, there's Prestige Wrestling Vendetta. So there's a lot of matches. Emilio Machida's wrestling, a couple of other guys. Prestige Wrestling, always awesome on IWTV. And then on Sunday, also pretty quiet, there's GCW versus New South. So they're doing like a New South GCW bonded show. And then there's also H2O's Hustle and Gold Sunday Night of Champions on IWTV. So that'll probably have a couple death matches and some really good wrestling. And GCW versus New South, I don't think there'll be any death matches, but still probably be some pretty good wrestling. So that's about it for indie wrestling. There's a couple of Japanese wrestling shows as well, and there's the usual SmackDown and Rampage and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of wrestling.
Yeah, the 4th match in the series between Adam Priest and or 5th match in the series. They're having this big blood feud. So the 5th match of the series is on Action Wrestling as well. So that's going to be crazy. A lot of history in that one. So, and then I just want to see some people bleed. It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of blood, did you get a chance to watch AEW Rampage last week?
Yeah, I did. It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't a couple though. I mean, I didn't really like the match very much, but the bleeding was cool. The match was kind of like all over the place.
Yeah,
and they didn't get much time, but And that Rampage never gets any time, man. Any match on Rampage is just like,
It's an
Well,
hour.
It's the
Yeah.
problem with only having an hour for the show. It's you.
and then you try to throw 4 matches on an hour, 3 matches on an hour, and you're like, well,
Yeah.
there's no way anything here is going to get more than 10, 15.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's
Still ends
okay
up
if that's what
being
you're
better
building
than
towards.
Raw or
But
SmackDown, though.
oh yeah, that's for sure.
3 hours, 4
Well,
matches. And,
SmackDown sometimes
15
is
minutes.
pretty good. It depends.
Yeah.
I don't know. The past like 4 SmackDowns I've watched have been pretty good.
Yeah,
But there was
a
like
lot of it'll depend on if Trips can maintain control or if Vince McMahon decides to put himself back in charge.
well, they just do the same booking patterns. McMahon doesn't know how to book anything but the same like 3-4 stories.
We've talked about it before on this show, but Vince McMahon is self-proclaimed not a fan of professional wrestling. Like he didn't grow up watching professional wrestling. He doesn't watch it in his free time. He's a fan of making money, and he owns a professional wrestling company, and so that's all he does is he thinks about how I can make money off of it. And so, unlike someone like Tony Khan or Billy Corgan or Court Bauer for MLW or any of the owners of any of the indie leagues, right? He's not a fan of professional wrestling. He doesn't watch the other stuff. He doesn't care about the other stuff. He knows what
it's like a one-track mind.
Yep.
Exactly.
He knows what he wants to do and how he wants it done. And as far as he's concerned, as long as that continues to work, that's what he's going to do, right? And so he's got his way to do it. And at least when with Triple H in charge, we have someone who is a fan of professional wrestling running the show, you know? And that showed with when he was in charge of NXT that he was obviously a fan of professional wrestling. He would bring in indie wrestlers for tryouts. He would sign indie wrestlers to be in NXT. He would help train them, whether they worked out or not. Every single time they got pulled up, well, not every time, but almost every time they got pulled up to the main roster, suddenly all of the wind got pulled out of their sail because they no longer could do the stuff that they did. Suddenly it's like, oh, now...
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yo, I just got a thought. The Sting match, the Sting and Darby Allin match is this weekend as well.
Oh, yeah, though.
Against the Great Muda, with the Great Muda against
Muda's final
Hakushi.
match.
For some reason, it's Hakushi. Why would you use a gimmick that he was only in a gimmick for like 1 year? Like, well, he can't be Shinsei Sasaki? Like, what? I don't understand. Like, that's his WWF gimmick. It makes no sense. I don't get it. And then that match is going to be...
This is where...
That's rough.
AEW.
This is happening in AEW?
No, it's the match is happening in
Pro Wrestling Noah.
Noah, yeah.
Yeah. But it's Darby Allin, Sting, and Muda versus Hakushi. Freaking Hakushi. I can't believe it's Hakushi. Akira and Naomichi Marufuji. So it's pretty nice. I mean, I would have rathered it be like Nakajima, Go Shiozaki, and Naomichi Marufuji. Like all of the kids or like that third generation, passing of the torch to the third generation. But they want to do some sort of special, and then he's still wrestling in February for his final final match.
He calls it his final match, and then actual
It's-
final match.
Yeah. So ridiculous because they did his Great Muda's final match in New Japan. Then they did Keiji Muto's final match in New Japan. Now they're doing the Great Muda's final match, and then in February it's Keiji Muto's. It's so ridiculous. It's kind of who has like 10 matches to retire? Like, come on.
Ric Flair. Oh, I thought that was a quiz.
Terry Funk.
Just have an Iron Man match.
Terry
But Terry Funk is awesome.
Terry Funk is
He's
awesome. And he retires and then decides he doesn't like being retired and comes back and wrestles some more.
That's great.
Actually blew a friend's mind. He's a wrestling fan, or at least was. He's kind of lapsed recently, but I'm trying to get him back in. But we were talking about the movie Roadhouse, and he didn't know that Terry Funk was in Roadhouse.
Wait,
I'm like,
what?
yeah,
I didn't know
Terry
Terry
Funk's
Funk
in
was
Roadhouse.
in
You're
Roadhouse.
about to blow my
I didn't
mind.
even know he's in Roadhouse either. What?
yeah.
I haven't
Terry
watched that
Funk,
in a long time.
he's a small part. He's just like a goon. You know what I mean? Of the bad
So
guys.
one of the guys that
Yeah,
that
I
got
can
chased to be
I
scrapped.
guarantee you I can describe the scene to you, and if you've seen Roadhouse more than once, you will remember. You'll know the scene offhand. But it's after they've fired the bartender for skimming off the tab, right?
Yeah.
And I think he wasn't he selling stuff off under the table as well, like drugs or something. They fire him, and then he shows up the next day in the back with some
a group of
goons,
people. Yep.
group of people, and attack. This is right after Sam Elliott's character shows up, and so together they all beat down the thugs in the back. Terry Funk was one of them.
Anybody else notice that Sam Elliott's been 55 years old for 73 years? He looks the exact same.
Yeah, I mean it's like Steve Martin's been 55 since I was born.
Forever.
I want to see if I can find one of the stills from Roadhouse. Man, they've got a lot of photos on IMDb. Scroll through.
Just sent you the link of the Roadhouse clip.
But if I play the Roadhouse clip,
Oh, you can do that too.
Will be demonetized.
we will. Okay, here. This is might be as good of a picture as I can easily find of it. Just at least this short of thing. There he is, right there. Terry Funk,
Oh, sure enough.
the goon.
Wow.
That's one of the other goons. And there's Sam Elliott. This is that same scene, but Terry Funk, you can see the back of his back there. I don't know if he comes back at all later on in it.
I thought mine was inside, so maybe YouTube
There was
lied
a
to me.
shot for you guys. Oh, there he is again.
Oh, there we go. Damn.
Comes back for a fight.
Oops, butthole.
Yeah. Scrolled past the butthole at one point. But
I didn't see a butthole.
anyways. So yeah, your minds are now officially blown as well. Terry Funk
That's crazy.
was in Roadhouse. He also was in like
bum,
lots
bum,
of other
bum.
stuff, but let's see how many things that he's listed in that aren't like known for himself as himself. Is Terry Funk? These are all wrestling things. Oh, he appeared in the movie The Ringer with Johnny Knoxville.
Yo,
He was an uncredited role in Friday Night Lights, the movie.
I don't know.
That was probably during one of those times he was retired.
That boy tie-dyed.
Circle 6 sent out F Hulk Hogan mystery boxes with a bunch of merch that just says F Hulk Hogan on it and stuff. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Paid for that $3 if I would have known him. So I if you've watched this show for a long time or paid attention, you know that there's probably one wrestler that I hate more than all of them, and that's Brutus Beefcake. And so I was looking through, I was debating on, I'm on the Pro Wrestling Crates subscription, but then there's also a pro wrestling box, which is a different company altogether, and it's cheaper. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll go do Pro Wrestling Box for a bit. And it was like, here, let's show you some of the previous boxes. And the first one that popped up had a Brutus Beefcake signed, autographed picture in it. I'm like, nope, not doing this box.
Screw that.
Fuck this box. I mean, I know it's not going to be, they got it. In fact, I probably should sign up for them because they got it out already and they're probably not going to do it again. Whereas Pro Wrestling
The Booty
Tees,
Man.
The Booty Man, yeah.
Ed Leslie.
The Booty Man. With his booty ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know
what his finisher move was as the Booty Man in WCW?
What? No, I don't remember.
It was a jumping knee to the face that was called the high knee. The high knee.
Tiny?
The high knee, because he's the Booty Man.
Oh, that's excellent. Wow.
We give him more credit than
that was so bad.
I mean, that was definitely Kevin Sullivan.
Vince Russo thing. Kevin Sullivan, yeah.
The Booty Man was long before Vince Russo was in WCW.
Oh, yeah, okay, true.
Booty Man was like 93.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's Kevin Sullivan, I think.
Or just before the Legion of Doom or whatever it was.
Where he became Zodiac. And then,
Zodiac, and then
later he was the Disciple.
There we go.
Anywho's. But I'm staying with Pro Wrestling Tees, Pro Wrestle Crate for at least a little bit longer. They did me good. You can't see directly, but I've got Killer Cross and, I mean, it's probably Karrion Cross autograph.
Well,
Killer
speaking
Cross.
of call-ups that were fucking ruined by Vince.
And then right there, I got the one-man gang. And I'm wearing my Hangman Page cowboy shit shirt. So, anyways, let's lighten this up a bit and talk some fantasy booking. And I always give the others a chance to do their fantasy booking challenge first, if they want to challenge, or if they would rather me to do it first. Anyone?
Well, I did spend some time earlier today trying to make a tier maker. I realized it was going to take way too long. So I was like, fuck that noise. So I looked at the other ones that were on there. And we can, I do have one ready.
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, we can do that. I'd love to have Necro's opinion on this. We are going to use, because there are so many in WWE, we're going to make this particular tier ranking a little more specific to AEW. So, I'm going to have to go to present, share screen. Yep, I got it. And we are figuring out the best AEW entrance themes.
Oh, Jesus.
I can do WWE if you want. There's WWE available.
I am fine with AEW. Let's have fun with AEW.
Adam Cole is S tier.
Yeah, we can do that. Adam Cole S tier.
All about the boom.
I'm also a really big fan of Hangman Pages. I don't know if we want to put him S tier, but I would put him S tier. And then
I really don't like AW music.
That's why I'm
No, a lot of
sure
them
this
are very
one's a little
generic.
Yeah, some of them are really bad.
I would agree. Some of them are very bad.
A couple of them are pretty good though. Like
That
MJF's pretty good. I like MJF's music.
Here's the problem that I have with ring entrance music that a lot of companies have a hard time with.
They don't have Jim Johnson.
They don't have Jim Johnson. Exactly. That's exactly it.
The funny thing, Jim Johnson himself said he's not a wrestling fan. He's a musician, right? But he knew that a good entrance theme has to be recognizable in the first 5 seconds, right?
He's right, though. Like, all of Jim Johnson's themes were like, real. You're looking at the real deal now. And you know exactly what song it is.
The broken glass, the dong,
all of them. Every single one of Jim Johnson's songs. Like, he's such a genius.
And so,
Jimmy Hart was pretty good too,
So 2.0's theme music, what do you guys think? Like, that's a C, isn't it?
Yeah,
C. Probably C. The thing is, I don't even know 2.0's theme music because they debuted with it, and then like a month later they became part of the Jericho Appreciation Society, got new names, and now only come out
you're
to
right.
the
I don't even think I know what the song is.
You know,
I can't tell you that I know Abaddon's.
Yeah, the problem is Abaddon's
been creepy music.
I'm sure it's creepy. She's been injured for the last like 5 months, and just recently I think came back to AEW Dark. So,
what do you? I mean, if you don't know it, it's C or D, right?
Yeah, I would put it.
Yeah,
down.
It does sound pretty cool though. I am YouTubing it currently, but yeah, it's been so long. I don't.
Yeah, CB.
Andrade.
Andrade.
I don't really identify him by his music.
I mean, at least it says El Idolo at the beginning.
Yeah, it goes El Idolo, and then it's generic.
So you at least know. So you at least know what it is. Like that's decent. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll put it B. It's at least good enough for that.
Anna J, not Anna J-A-S.
Anna J's Queen Slayer. I'm gonna put it in C. That's where I put it. It does have that like right off the bat sort of thing, but it also tells right off the bat like she's the Create a Pro wrestler for your WCW versus NWO World Tour game. You know what I mean? Okay.
Anthony Agogo.
Anthony Agogo.
I don't even remember what that music was.
D tier.
Yeah.
This one's gonna go S or A for Smarks.
It is definitely S tier for me.
Bounce, go out, we're the best friends.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely an S.
Yeah, that's actually a good one.
That's my favorite theme, I think, in modern wrestling right now. Best friends.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know the damn Valentine's.
Damn Valentine.
I'm gonna enlarge this so we can read it. Broadcast from the road. I don't have a clue.
That might be the name of the song.
Yeah. Well, like over here, they have for Fozzy. They have, that's obviously Jericho. But it's probably a D if we can't identify the wrestler.
I guess, yeah. If we can't even identify it,
yeah. I am.
What's the song called?
There's a band called the Damn Valentines. So let's see if they made
a wrestling.
Oh, that was the theme song that Red Dragon used.
Well, they don't exist anymore.
Oh, so yeah, which they don't exist, and I don't know it offhand. So,
what is that? The actual Red Dragon song that they used? Swing Away.
Dance Away, yes.
Or Dance Away? Wow, yes. That song's amazing. S tier. Yeah, that's the best song. That's their ROH music.
Well, okay, so
well, you guys don't know it, D tier, but it is S tier for me.
I would say you voting for it S tier. The rest of us not really knowing it very well. Let's put it A tier.
It's all right. Yeah, it's
a pretty heavy song.
It's their ROH music. Yeah.
This next one.
Yeah.
And I love Red Dragon. I just didn't realize that was their.
Yeah, I didn't recognize the song either. Actually, I just I guess I don't really know the names of most of the songs. I kind of just know them by like listening.
I'm going to
that's
say that my vote for Brian Cage's is D tier.
Yeah, I think
because-
it's one of the weakest.
I don't really
themes
like
for
that
the
song at
character.
all. Yeah,
Yeah, D tier.
It's
he
so
could have
good
had
for the
such a good
character.
song.
It starts out with something to instantly identify it with. Beware the path of Cage, and then
I mean, that's cool, but
it just goes into generic, creative pro music. So D tier.
that's not enough to carry it. Like at least El Idolo's like Spanish music is like decent. That's not. Yeah,
Britt Baker.
I think she's S. I mean, the doctor will see you now.
yeah, that's the best. That's one of the best songs in the. Yeah,
Yep.
easily one of the best songs.
I was gonna say at least A tier, so S tier sounds good to me.
Yeah, easy.
I can't see the writing here. I'm gonna enlarge. Sorry, guys. Born for. It's by Elliot Taylor.
Elliot Taylor.
Lord of Cheatness.
Born for Greatness.
Greatness.
It's Brian Danielson.
Oh, it's Brian Danielson. It's the
Oh, the generic. Try to make a. Oh my god, it's such a bad song. That's so bad.
yeah. I
Still kind of iconic, though.
It's
I don't know.
identifiable and iconic, but it's the worst rendition of it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I guess like maybe like C or B, maybe.
yeah.
But
Let's
it's
put it
still
B
like-
tier. I mean,
Ugh.
it's instantly identifiable because it's
Yeah.
Rite of Valkyries,
Yeah,
which
but
is
it's
the
just
same
such
that
a
he's
bad
done.
version.
But it's not a great version of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This is Butcher.
But it
Bunny
is something
and
where if
Blade.
you were a WWE fan, you would still recognize it. It's just
That's why it gets up to B
Oh
tier.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like Fabe said, it's instantly recognizable, but it's by far the worst version of his theme song
Yeah.
that they've had. That out there. Like I hear it and I just go, man, I wish it was the WWE version.
Right. Yeah.
Butcher, Bunny, and Blade, Full Death.
D tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, like D or C. I don't really like the song.
Now this is one that actually. So this is. What the fuck's his name? Starts with an L. If you're all enlarge the picture, you guys can see who it is.
Oh, Luther.
Luther's.
Mm.
It is probably the most redeeming quality of to Luther. I know we have Necro here, and I should respect Luther more, but
Yeah, Luther's just a good deathmatch wrestler, but he doesn't really do death matches anymore.
no.
It's too old.
He's an age. He's a man of
Yeah,
age.
he's kind of just enjoying that easy paycheck there, which I don't mind.
Well,
Let
he's,
him enjoy.
The redeeming
he's also
quality for him.
he's also being a coach backstage to help the young.
Yeah, which is great.
Which is really great.
Yeah.
So I appreciate him. I just he's
Not
to
the greatest
point
music.
Where, yeah,
I think
so
it's pretty good myself, but
I think it's okay, but I'd say C tier.
okay. This is I mean,
Whether
how is this anything but S tier with the entire audience singing
Yeah.
it?
Even if I thought it was a B tier song, the entire audience sings it every time he comes out.
It's got to be S
So
tier.
it's got to be S tier.
I mean, it's probably A tier for me personally, but it's got to be S tier.
The fact
Just
that
the way the crowd
everybody
does
knows it. Yes.
Yeah.
It's probably only 8 because I've heard it so
Okay,
many
this
freaking
one's
times.
got to
I have no
be
idea.
D, dude. How do you
This
do
is
the?
like his
Oh my
worst
goodness.
music ever.
Yeah, they try to make a bootleg of his TNA theme.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's
just
bad.
by the rights, man.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, they have it now. Actually, now he uses his TNA music. Ever since they did that partnership with Impact, he started using his TNA music. But before
really?
that, he was But before he was using that one, it was it's horrible.
I feel like I haven't seen Christian Cage come out in a hot minute. So
Well, he was injured for a while, so that kept him away.
Can anybody deny this one? CM Punk, you know who it is. You love
Cult
this
Yeah.
of
song.
Personality has to be
S tier, yeah, 100%.
Even if you don't like CM Punk from an entrance music,
Yes.
It's one of the best ever.
it's almost like In Living Color wrote it as a wrestling theme song before
It became,
It became a wrestling theme song. You know.
That's how I feel for Brody, Bruiser Brody's theme, the AC/DC. I was like, yo, they must have wrote that for wrestling for sure.
What song does he have? For
Uh,
AC/DC?
it's freaking. I can't think of it off my head. Hang on, give me a second. I'm gonna find it now. It's gonna bug me. It's something. Oh shoot!
You see,
It always gets me.
it is.
Hang on, I got it right here somewhere. I got a big list. Bruiser Brody theme. Is it Immigrant Son? Is that AC/DC?
Immigrant
This
Son?
seems-
Immigrant
is that
Song.
AC/DC?
No, that's
Oh,
Led
Or
Immigrant
Zeppelin.
Immigrant
Song.
Song.
That's
That's Zeppelin.
Yeah.
that's
Is it
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's
So-
the one that always makes me think of wrestling.
For sure.
Based on this picture, you are not going to know who the artist is or
Led Zeppelin.
who the wrestler is
Whoops.
on this Downstate. Downstate sings a bunch of WWE themes, including one that's currently in WWE and used to be in AEW.
Oh well, that would be Cody Rhodes.
Yes, this is wrestling has more than
Yeah,
one.
that would be
mortal theme. That's an S tier, isn't it?
Kingdom.
Yeah, S or at least
For
A.
sure. Because
It's a
it's the
really good
exact
one.
S
same,
tier.
Yeah,
it's the
S
exact
tier
same
for
song,
sure.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he uses the same
Yeah.
song.
Because they own the rights. Downstate does. Crimson
That's fantastic.
Extinction. So Daniel Garcia's theme.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I
can't
don't even
think of
remember it either. I'm gonna say C
Yeah,
tier.
that's what it's, it's what?
C tier.
See? Okay.
Kind of like Anna JAS and 2.0. He used it for such a short period of time before he moved to the JAS theme, which is just words before the Fozzy song. The Jericho Appreciation Society, the
Entertainer.
pinnacle of sports, entertainers.
Entertainer.
Oh, okay. I know who this is. So this next one you probably also don't know by itself, but it's "I Fell" by Wiccaface.
Oh, that's Darby,
That's
right?
Darby. You
Yep.
are correct. Yep.
That's S tier.
I'd give that an A.
Yeah,
A or
at
S.
least
yeah,
A.
least. Yeah.
But I'm going
there's
yeah,
two
S is
solid
fine.
S's. So yep.
Yep.
Join Us, which looks like Dark Order. Yep.
Yeah, that would be Dark Order.
That's a solid A in my opinion. The music
Yeah,
isn't
A.
great, but the intro is all about it.
Yeah, you know who it is right away.
That's why I think B.
B.
The music as a whole holds it back, but it's
Well,
got
you
that
know who it
two-way-
is because it says join the Dark Order.
Yeah, it says join and then it goes into create a pro wrestler theme. It's just like I
Yeah.
picked from a list, and that's why it drops it low. So
Yeah, AEW music is not that great, man. Like I don't know.
like I said,
No,
it's the
if we
problem
do this
is
for WWE, the standard becomes a C is significantly
Mikey
better
Ruckus.
than these C's.
Mikey Ruckus is an excellent musician.
He's okay, but
The problem is he wants every single one of the songs that he makes to be songs, not ring entrances, and that's where the problem comes. Like Death Triangle's theme song, I don't give a fuck about it. That could be.
I don't even think I know it. I don't. It's funny.
Well, and that's
Death
the
Triangle.
thing that's telling because they're all kind of generic, right? So like
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally YouTubing a lot of these songs because
Death Triangle.
D tier. Just said so.
Yeah, DC, C or
I
D.
prefer Lucha Brothers is better. Like Lucha
Yes,
Brothers.
so-
Well, that's the
actual
problem. Is
songs.
Yeah, the
that's
Lucha
what
Bros theme is good.
All right. This is who is this? I can't tell who that is.
The Diamantes. Or
That might be Diamante, and I don't know it at all, so that'd be D tier.
me neither. Yeah.
I got nothing there. Dustin Rhodes, The Natural. I like this song.
Okay, I was gonna
like-
say C tier, but if you like it,
Yeah, it's like
go to
B.
It's
No,
not an
B.
A. I mean, it's an A
Yeah.
at best, but it's probably a B, realistically.
Yeah.
I'd be down for B. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like
alright.
his brothers, but
No.
And it's nothing compared to his Goldust music, or
So
you know what it
this is
reminds me
Eddie-
of? Like it reminds me of like a real 1990s like heavy metal, like hard metal, more hard rock kind of thing.
yeah, like a
I-
grunge. Yeah.
Like a grunge.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I don't remember what the song is called, but when I first heard it, I'm like,
Dude,
this
I
sounds
know what that
very
song is. That's Stone
familiar.
Sour. Dan it.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, I know what song you're talking about. Yeah,
Who's it by?
that's funny.
Eddie
I-
Kingston,
I-
Cold World.
Eddie Kingston.
Oh, really?
Again, that's not ringing a
No,
bell.
that's
No.
the
The
next
next
song.
one.
Eddie Kingston's theme.
Fuck is Eddie Kingston's theme? It's called
Yeah.
Cold World, apparently.
That's a pretty good one, actually. I like that song. When you really, it's pretty good.
There's a B tier.
Yeah, B or A.
But when it plays, I roll my eyes, so it's probably a pretty good sign that it's a decent song because I know who's coming. What's her name?
Emi Sakurai.
I mean, Sakura, that D.
Yeah.
Well,
No
at
idea
least
what her
we
theme
didn't
is.
think it was Hikaru Shida, so
Lost Prophets, the Lost Chapters. Sorry, Josta by the Lost Chapters. Who sings that?
Josta by the Lost.
Josta wrestling song. That is for.
MJF? No. No, I got a bunch of different fucking things. Lost Chapter is what it's called?
Yep.
Or Last Chapter?
I don't know. We come back to it. The Lost Chapters.
Frankie Kazarian.
Well, that tells us a whole lot about it.
Yeah, I no idea.
Now he's in Impact. I wonder if he's using the same song.
Hey, he probably just went back to his Impact Wrestling one.
FTR.
You know,
Steve.
I'm all for him. He was not happy in AEW. He went through the right things. He said, "Hey, can you just not pick up my contract for the next 2 years?" Because they had a 2-year option. He said, "I just have other things I want to do in wrestling." They released him. He signed with another company. No hard feelings. Yeah, I hope for the best. I think Impact is maybe the better place for him. He kind of got lost in the shuffle in AEW. So
FTR.
A or S. I really love that their theme.
Yeah, A at least.
Yeah, it's got a very 80s
80s feel. Yeah.
like new rockers feel. Rock and roll express feel. That's what I want to say.
Here's one that I really enjoy, even though we're hardly ever seeing Fuego del Sol on screen. His intros were kind of fun.
He's the master of the tornado DDT.
It's called Fire Nado. I mean, I don't think this.
His theme should say like, you know, his theme should be like D D T or something.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
not super identifiable, but it is a good song.
Yeah. B.
Yeah, B.
Oh, that is
The
a fun
Gun
song.
Club, which should come out to a theme that starts with the Ass Boys. We're the Ass Boys.
I don't really like it too much. It's kind of no real. I don't know. It's not very creative.
Yeah. C.
Yeah,
Maybe
see.
D.
Yeah, this is very generic.
Yeah.
I believe this is Sakura Shida's Shining Samurai.
Yeah.
Now maybe I'm partial to Sheeta's music because of her title run.
I'm a big Sheeta
What?
fan. She's right back there, right behind me on my
It's good music.
pedestal.
I like B or A
Um,
probably.
What holds it back from is it's not quite as recognizable right from the beginning. It's a good song though. B. I say B.
Yeah, I'm down with B.
I think
I'm going to be
if
really
there's-
racist here and say I feel like all the Japanese music sounds alike.
if they had something right at the beginning that definitely
That's it.
identified it as Hikaru Shida, I would have said A tier, but okay.
Damn these ads.
I'm looking up who this is.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it sounds fun, but yeah, I don't know.
You go to bed.
I can't look. Seven Blue Cries, I think is what that says.
I mean, the person who made this could have
Blue
at least
chips.
put the freaking blue chips.
Blue Chips.
Sky Blue?
Oh, that's
No,
Hook.
that's Hook. That's Hook.
Hook?
That's
That's a
oh,
fun
that's
thing.
the
That's A.
the Action
Yeah,
Bronson.
A, at least.
It's
That's
S tier.
a good song.
I love that song.
That's a great song. Yeah.
It's so perfect for his attitude. For Hook and Action Bronson. It's like he wrote it to be a thing. So yeah,
Did
that's
he ever
definitely
end up
S tier.
wrestling? Wasn't Action Bronson just the
Yeah,
wrestler
he did.
one?
He
Yeah,
did
on
it was a
Rampage, I
tag
think it was.
tag match on Rampage. He didn't
Oh,
do
did
a
he?
ton
Oh, shit.
in the ring,
Okay.
but what he did do, he obviously had trained for. You know what I mean? He wasn't.
He looked all right. He looked pretty like a beast.
Yeah, he wasn't like one of those celebrity wrestlers who comes in and does like 3 weak
punch
little
or
moves
something.
and then tags out and whatever. He obviously had been trying and training. So
Some of these get pretty rough here in a bit, but
yeah, we're gonna hit a lot of C and D's here for a bit here.
Hybrid Flow.
Yeah, Hybrid 2 gets a D tier. For me.
Yeah, I don't even remember it much.
I sort of remember it, but it was just kind of generic, like
It's very generic.
sort of techno-y.
Well, this was also
Yeah.
right at the beginning of AEWs, right? So
Well, yeah, and it's they kind of never took off, and Jack Evans is no longer with the company, and
So D is what you're giving it?
D,
I say D. Yep.
Yeah, the
D for delightful.
Obviously, our good friend Jade Cargill. I say good friend because I don't want her to kick my ass.
that's got to be like at least S or A, at least A tier.
At least S. So just
At
S.
least S. Let's create a new S plus tier.
At least S.
Yeah.
No, it's just like I'm so partial to the incredible soul shredding that is that song.
Mm-hmm.
Although it is
least
a bit
A, but-
generic. It is a bit generic. Like
It's a tad generic, but I can see how it still kind of hypes you up. I'm good with A.
yeah, A is fine.
I can't compare
Jake?
her to like Fozzy.
Hager, take out your personal feelings. sis.
Oh, C.
Okay, D.
Yeah,
F
C
tier.
or
I
D.
don't know.
F
It's kind
tier,
of
yeah.
catchy though.
F minus.
Oh my
Can
god.
we get
They need to
silver?
put like
Move your
my
personal
hat
feelings.
or
They're
something
gonna
at the
hurt.
beginning.
Personal feelings. We have Indignation is the name of the song. I didn't realize that. Jamie Hayter. I kind of like that one.
That's all right. It's a pretty good song.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah, B is fine.
Joey Janela's Bad Boy.
Is that his current music in GCW too?
I don't know what he uses in GCW.
I
This
think
one
it
starts off
follows
with
him.
"I am a bad, bad boy."
Nah, I'm not sure.
I'm gonna zoom this in so I don't have to zoom this much. Where are you going with it?
Like
B.
B.
Oh, it's pretty cool though. It's very
Nick, did you say
like
D?
80s rock.
I said
kinda
B as in
thing.
boy.
I was asking what Nick
Yeah.
said. B?
B or A.
Okay.
Oh yeah, B or C. It's not the one he uses in the Indies, but it's a pretty good song.
Oh
Kinda
my
catchy.
gosh, that's nearly impossible to read what song that is. It's by Electra. Oh, it's Wild Thing.
Oh yeah, so that's
Oh, A.
That's
Yes.
S.
It's Moxie.
Yeah.
That's an S tier.
Easy.
I find the woman I find the woman version better though.
Yeah, like the
'Cause it's
Onita
the-
version.
The Onita
Yeah.
version. Yeah.
Yeah. That one gives me like a lot of like memories from watching the celebrations of all of Onita's matches. So every time I hear it too, I'm always like, "Oh, Onita," for like a split second, and I'm like, "Oh, no."
You're like, oh, Anita's here. No, just
Yeah, no,
John
it's just Moxley
Moxley.
every time, dude. Every time, I'm like, "Oh,
This one
good
might be
song
a
though."
little harder to know. This song is better known as Tarzan Boy,
Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy.
Oh, I don't
It's a
know.
pretty
I
good
would put
song.
that
How
S
is that
tier
not
A.
an S tier?
Yeah, the fans sing that like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
yeah with the arm thing too. Yeah, yeah, that's a good
This
one.
one's a tough one because the first time I heard it, I was like, "Fuck, that's stupid." And I love this wrestler, and I love his theme now. But for a first-time watcher, it doesn't get you excited for one of the best wrestlers in the world.
So
It's Kenny Omega.
I preferred his Sephiroth ripoff song that he used in Japan before.
what I was
Even
gonna say,
even that was better. But
This is Battle Cry.
yeah, I like it. Personally, I rank it S tier, but it does fail the instantly recognizable test.
Yeah, this is also very generic. This is straight out of a THQ
Yeah, all of
generic.
these are.
Yeah,
Well, it's supposed
it's pretty rough.
It's supposed to be straight out of a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, straight out be a video
Oh,
game.
or that.
But it's
yeah.
not as good as the one that he used in Japan. Like the one he used in Japan was a better, like,
I agree.
rip off. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. Once you know it, you're like, yeah, this is either
Then it's good,
all the
yeah.
elite or just
Oh,
Kenny
for
Omega.
sure.
I guess maybe B or A.
I'm good with B.
I was gonna say A, but we'll do B. That's
Oh,
fine.
nope, I'm with you on A, so we're gonna trump him.
A works.
Kip Sabian, super bad.
Super bad.
That's his
This is
newer
old
one,
theme.
though?
No, that's
That's
his
his
old one.
old theme.
Hmm.
I don't know it. So if I don't know it, I'm saying D.
That's been too long. Maybe like C.
I'll go with C. I was gonna go with B as in boy, but C is fine.
Chris Statlander theme.
This is her Galaxy's Greatest Alien version.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that song. That's actually a really good
That's a
song.
fun
Yeah, I'd say like B or A for me.
A. I
Right.
go.
That's a good one.
Lance Archer, everybody dies.
Oh
For
my
me,
God.
personally, this is an S.
Yeah,
I
S
love
tier.
this fucking theme.
Yeah.
It is a great song.
Oh.
It's one of the memorable ones.
I don't get excited about him coming to the ring.
No, that's it.
Smarks,
And
you
some of
have-
that can be cracked up as a failure of AEW for not.
Well, in Japan, when he comes out in Japan, he's a beast. Like when you hear that music in Japan, it's different. But
So
That's
is
good.
Is this an S?
I'm down with an S. It gets you
Yeah.
pumped, his theme. Unfortunately, he doesn't. That sounds no homo there. But
I wish
unfortunately, he
it,
doesn't
I
get
wish
you.
it when they like. Remember when he would just come out and kill somebody? Like they should
That's
bring
it.
that back. They should bring
That's
that back. That was cool.
So first one is Lee Johnson. One shot.
I have no idea.
Lee Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah. Since none of us know the theme song by itself,
Not to
goes
be
to
confused with Lee. This is not Lee Moriarty, though. This is
Yeah, I
This
was
is
like,
Lee
wait,
Moriarty.
what?
Now
Who
we
is
have
Lee Johnson?
Moriarty. Lee Moriarty's now.
Oh, okay.
Lee Moriarty's slightly better because at least I think I know it, but
Yeah, that's decent.
C.
Hmm?
I'd say C tier.
Layla.
You should be in the band.
B as in boy.
Waking up my girlfriend. B works.
B. Okay. Leo Rush. I love Leo's fucking theme music. I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I love Leo.
B A.
Yeah, I'm down with A.
Smarks, you in concurrence?
Sure.
Sure.
We already talked about Lucha Brothers. Penta El Cero Miedo.
Yeah, that one's definitely much more fun.
That's-
That's A or S.
From B to S, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say at least A or S for sure.
Mark's
I'm
your
down with S
deciding
then.
factor. S. Everybody's
S
on
is fine.
Okay.
That's a really
We
good
have
one.
just a bunch of barbed wire. I have no fucking clue who this is.
And it's not
No
John
words.
Moxley, surprisingly.
It's just no. It's not even barbed wire. It's thorns.
Chris Thorne. Wait. There's no Chris Thorne in AEW. Damn it.
I mean, does
Yeah,
that
Oh, it could have been
automatically
John
go
Moxley's
D tier
old
because
song.
Oh, yeah.
I think this
It could have been
D
John
tier
Moxley's
just 'cause
old song.
It's unidentifiable.
Yeah.
Here, we'll just move it to the bottom of the list. That's what we'll do.
That's weird.
This is a long fucking list.
Mickey Ruckus,
Weird.
Bring
Whoop.
the Ruckus. Bring the Ruckus wrestling song.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with D because I don't know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
This was for Keith Lee.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. That's just like them trying to make a Keith Lee WWE ripoff song.
yeah, it's not bad
I,
though. It kind of gets.
I
They should have
like
just used his indie music. They could have easily grabbed that.
when it hits the rap part. I like the rap part. When it hits the part before the rap, I like that part, but I don't like them together.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird that they tried to rip off.
Fire.
Why couldn't they just make their own song? You know, like a unique song. But I guess if they rip off, then, you know, people are going to know it. Because for WWE fans, they're going to know it. So that does help. But
I'm still just trying to figure out what the barbed wire one was, but that's just me being on a.
Yeah, the fire pain part is really stupid. But I like the I am Keith Lee. What did we do with that one?
We haven't done anything yet because you guys were putting it at B, and I know once you have the artist.
I don't know, B?
I'm good with B.
Probably B.
B? Okay.
Could be better, but it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Matt Seidel, Time to Fly. My Time to Fly.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't remember that song.
Yeah, I got nothing. Nothing in my head on it.
My time to fly. To fly.
Okay.
Well, it sounds pretty fun. It sounds like a really good song. I just don't associate it with Matt Seidel.
So where are we putting it?
It sounds pretty good. I'll give it a B, but unfortunately, it's just tied to Matt Seidel, which is the worst part. Because I feel like I've never heard him come out to that. It sounds fire.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, B tier is fine for that.
Okay, did you figure out who the
That's
Thorns
Amon
is?
Ra's Gatefold. Amon Ra is the theme song for Malachi Black.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's like S tier black metal.
Yeah, that's what. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh no, we cannot let that stand in D tier. That's got
Well, it wasn't
That-
a D. We had put it toward the end, so we'll move it up to S. That's fine. All right, so Smarks, you're gonna like this one, and I'm assuming there's at least one person who won't. But Men of the Year.
Men of the Year.
That was the group with
Scorpio
Scorpio
Sky
Sky
and
and
Ethan
Ethan Page and
Oh, also,
Dan
one
Lambert.
second. Going back, that's also really cool that that's like one of the first black metal themes in wrestling.
Mhm.
Like with actual fundamental black metal elements, with black metal vocals and black metal guitars and black metal sound.
Yep.
With the edgy 90s poor production sounding black metal as well. So that's pretty cool. It's not generally a theme song type of music you would use.
No.
But anyway, I just wanted to put that in. I'm a big fan of black metal and stuff, so I was like, it's really cool.
I think it'd be really cool if it opened with what the Brood had at the very beginning. There's the
Oh yeah,
just that little bit. That's it. That's all I would add.
that
to it.
inhale vocals thing. Yeah.
that- It would add a little darkness to it. Anyway, minute of the year.
I don't really remember the theme too much. That's gonna happen a lot.
I mean, it sounds good. It's all like hip hop ish and good, but I wasn't really memorable for me.
Reach for the sky.
I'll go with
don't
B.
disagree.
Yeah, I guess C.
See?
It's not a horrible song.
Sure.
I love this one. Miro's Redeemer.
I do remember
I
That's a pretty
do
good
not
song.
doubt that there will be somebody who will hate it though.
I'm fine
Oh,
with
yeah.
B tier for it.
Yeah, B or A for that one for sure. It's a pretty good one.
A's looking a little thin up there. I'm gonna support it. Nyla Rose's Beast Bomb. This is also really it sounds synthesized and generic, but it's also very good generic.
Yeah, I think I remember it so much from just hearing it, right? So it's
Her dominant
hard
run
to
for
say.
that first that second year of AEW.
Yeah. No, but it works for her though. Like I
Yeah,
do
it
recognize
does.
the song. So
It's
I'd go with
generic
B.
big person music. What?
Yeah. I'd go with B.
Yeah, B works.
Oh shit! I was gonna look this up.
I got it. That's one. Don't worry. That's the album Surfer Rosa by the Pixies. Orange Cassidy entered to this song by the Pixies for a while, but then later changed to Jane by
Jefferson.
Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah. Which makes me think of Shibata's music every time as well. It starts and I think it's Shibata, and then I'm like, no, it's not.
I am going to make a lot of Orange Cassidy fans angry when I say I preferred this to Jane.
Okay.
Orange Cassidy fans love Jane.
Yeah, Jane's the best. But that's only because that's what he used on the Indies. So I have a lot of connections of him when he was the IWTV champion, when he was, he was using that song. So
We
And
were. I don't know if we were podcasting when we were first introduced to Orange Cassidy, but it was Smarks and I were in conversation with each other when he came out as the 22nd person in the Battle Royal, and both of us thought it was the greatest thing ever. We died and in comedic and his athleticism. You can put this wherever the fuck you want because Orange Cassidy is what makes
see,
Orange Cassidy
for me,
best music.
and this gives a little bit of my history here. Much like Necro loves black metal, I grew up in '90s alternative rock,
And this is it.
and the
Yeah.
Pixies is '90s alternative rock. So for me, it's S tier. But I can understand if other people put the Pixies version lower. For me, I loved it so much more than I think it fits Orange Cassidy even better. But I do also love Jane, right? I think that's a great song for him to have. But
yeah, A works for that one.
okay,
Is that his "Where Is My Mind"?
yes,
Theme
where's
song?
my mind? Yep, by the Pixies.
Yeah, it's more
Right.
sluggish and like
Which fits
Well, and it
sloth
also
stuff.
starts out with this really distinctive guitar riff, so you could recognize
Yeah.
it right off the bat, and that's part of why I liked it.
No, for sure. It makes
Alright.
sense.
We got
Good one.
Pac out of time.
Hmm.
Pac by himself.
I don't even remember that song either. Like, Jesus.
B.
That's probably a fair statement.
I guess B or C.
I mean, Paul Wright, we really don't get it that often. It's not really that great.
I think he's even changed now. He's got one that's called
Well,
No More
It's
BS.
like a try. Yeah. No more BS. Yeah. Oh man.
Wait, this is D, isn't it? This is
Yeah,
this is
definitely.
the worst song he's ever come out to, including being part of the Legion of Doom or whatever.
The Dungeon of Doom. Yeah,
Dungeon of Doom.
yeah. I love that song. It's a good song.
Although whoever came up with the no BS was fucking
No
genius
Big
with the
Show?
marketing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No bullshit, no big show. That was like perfect, guys. Well done.
Super Bad Girl, Penelope Ford.
Just gonna say C because I don't know it.
Oh,
Dungeon of Doom.
C.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, see worse.
Peter Avalon's new theme.
Ugh, whatever.
Pretty
D
Boy
because it's Peter Avalon.
Fuck, man. I'm
Is
in
it the
same
one? Is it
spot.
sassy? Is it as sassy as his old one? His old one was like mega sassy music,
I don't know,
which
man.
worked. He's phenomenal. They gotta give him. He could be like
His
the
character
biggest.
work is great, but
Oh, he
But
could
in
be like the
AEW,
model Rick
he's
Martel
Job
or
Squad.
like
I
anybody.
I just feel like he's just
Well, he's
looking at
never
him
gonna get an
makes me
opportunity,
feel like
but
he needs to buy a van and write free candy on the side. Just fucking get
What
it.
happened to the pizza guy? The pizza guy
Oh,
was more entertaining.
he got called out for some sort of poor choice of character stuff.
Oh,
So
really?
like some sort of like anti transphobia stuff, I think it was, or something like that.
I hadn't
I
heard
forget
that.
what it
Here's
was.
the other-
I'd have to look up. I'd have to look into it again. But I remember
Luigi Primo was brought in
yeah.
for a one spot,
Where's that controller?
and then that was it. He was never signed to AEW full time.
No.
I mean, he
That's
would have
fair.
been an entertaining.
Is Peter Avalon a D?
Especially in JAS. That would have been hilarious.
His music, his new music, yeah.
Yeah. Powerhouse Hobbs. I like this theme.
Yeah, it's pretty good music. It's recognizable for sure. I'd say like
Yeah.
at least B, A, here.
I'd say B.
I'm down with B.
Shot.
So this is my favorite. No, yeah, this was my favorite. Oh, I gotta remember because Private Parties had two themes.
Yeah, the Babyface Power Party or the
No, this is Heel Private Party.
or the Heel Power Party. Yeah.
And so I gotta make sure that this is the because they changed to different ones.
I think there's probably 3 more S tiers on here. Maybe 4.
Okay, yeah, no, this is shots. This is the one that I don't like as much. Their original one had a very Little John feel to it, and so you just this is a private party, and you are not
Right.
invited. And I like that one better. They prefer the shots one, and that's fine. It's their theme song, so you know.
Where are you putting it?
So I put it. For me, the shots one is C tier, but
Yeah, B or C for me.
yeah. C, I guess.
All right. Proud and Powerful. All I get is JAS.
That was a pretty good song.
I
I'd go
can't
with
place it
B.
because of the JAS.
Yeah, B's fine.
Smarks, you in agreement?
B's fine.
We got Breaking Free, QT Marshall. I'll just fucking get this over with.
D.
Yeah, D tier. Yeah.
You know, if you'd have created that F tier when Jake Hager was up there, you'd have a place for it.
Yeah.
Is it Red Velvet? Is that right? It's
Red Velvet, she might have had two themes though. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Because she had Stir It Up, and then they
Stir
have
it up.
version 2 that she did now with the baddies. So, but that's got to be her first one. Stir It Up.
Where you at?
Very generic start to it. I say C tier.
I'm down with that.
Ricky Starks. You love him, but his music isn't that.
No, but honestly, it's gotten better. I feel. Yeah. It's kind of
that's pretty
gotten
good
better
music.
now with this character. It's either A or S for me.
I've always
You wanna
loved
move
the
it up
Ricky
here?
Starks.
Yeah, it's pretty good music. A or B?
We have an A and S and an A, a B.
Let's
And,
put it A.
okay. This one is probably one of the worst themes, in my opinion, of Champions. This is
Yeah,
Rio.
Rio's theme sucks.
It's horrible. This might be the best theme of a non-champion. That is Ruby Soho.
Ruby, 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 so.
Yeah, that's definitely
A or
S
S.
tier.
That's like
S tier.
S.
I think
Yeah.
here's what I'll point out. If you scroll up to S tier real quick, you'll notice almost all of the ones that are a band performing the
the S
song
tier.
make it to S tier.
Yeah.
It's legit.
Looks like the only one that didn't make it to S tier that was a
And
band.
Valentine's.
Yeah, that one and Orange Cassidy's theme made it. Yep,
Pixies, yep.
to eighth. But
You're right.
that's
the
the S
Pixies,
tier
no?
in my heart. That's the Pixies one.
Okay.
S tier in my heart.
I understand that.
But yeah, no, I'm not a fan of Riho's theme music.
Dolph Jr., Little Dolph.
That's also D
Nemeth?
tier. Ryan Nemeth cracks me up on being the elite, but they've got this whole thing right now where Brandon Cutler behind the camera will talk smack about him, and then he'll come up to like right next to the camera and be like, "Yo, you're gonna cut that out, right? You're gonna totally cut that out. I mean, I can't have you saying that right there. My girlfriend watches this, and she's gonna get a big head if she knows that she's more popular than me. So we're just not gonna. Okay, you're just gonna cut. Okay. So, anyways, well,
Montezzi Take Flight. I'm not going to zoom in because if I did tell you, it'd be really easy. But this is Sammy Guevara.
It was a pretty good song.
Sammy Guevara.
Just the introduction by itself makes this an A minimum.
Yeah. That's at least A. A works.
Anybody pushing for S?
The rest of the song holds it back from S.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Serena Deeb's music. I have no fucking clue.
C.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. Yeah.
Who is this? Is this?
That's
this
Sean
is
Spears.
Yeah, that's perfect. 10 Sean Spears.
Yeah, that's his stupid fucking hood thing. That's
He stole it. He stole it from The Miz, and he was
The
like,
Miz,
I'm not gonna
he
zip
really
it.
did.
I'm not going to
The
zip it.
Miz.
Yeah, I'm going to cut it off at the waist. Make it a 3/4 jacket. Sean Spears, where you at?
C.
CB.
Chairman.
Yeah, C works.
Sunny Kiss.
Yeah, I don't even remember the music. It's like-
I think also C tier. But
It's Sting. I'll just roll up here real quick.
like
Yes.
A or B. But it's not as good as his his other music, right?
yeah,
Like,
that's what holds it back. Like, see, late '90s Sting came out to Search and Destroy by Metallica, and
Crow Sting song was good.
Crow Sting song was good too, but Search and
Even
Destroy
Sting
was
in
one of my
WWE
favorites.
had. I mean, the Crow Caw at the beginning does help this one, but
And his TNA music that he used in TNA was pretty good too.
yes.
So
It's there's something to be said for having a 63-year-old man in still wrestling and have had as many theme songs as he is. And the worst one we probably would give is an A tier. Dude's always had good music. This is
Ty Conti,
Ty Conti.
relatively generic C tier.
yeah.
Ty J.
Also relatively generic C tier.
We'll just. I don't even need to ask.
Yeah, QT Marshall, F.
Bunny's music, but it's Bunny. It's not. It's not. Kylie. Kylie was it?
How's the black? No, Bunny is
Butcher and Blade.
Butcher and
This is
Blade.
different than their groups.
I don't know. C.
Yeah.
It's
D.
pretty forgettable. Thunder Rosa,
Yeah.
Blood and Glory.
This one's fun.
I'd say B. Maybe A.
A maybe. B A.
Okay, I'll go A.
It's all right.
Premier Athlete,
C.
Tony Nese.
I don't even remember what his music is. Yep. Shit.
I just, a wrestler who's made an entire career about look at my abs. We don't need to know what his music is because like in WWE, his costume legitimately had a cutout for
Cut
his
over.
abs.
Yeah, that's great.
That's his whole gimmick is look at my abs.
First Class.
Yep.
This is Top Flight.
A, maybe B.
Yeah. B or A.
Maybe.
Pretty
Yeah.
good. Pretty good music.
There's a lot of questions. Push it up to A. So Varsity Blondes.
Yeah. Not very good music.
C or D.
Yeah. C or D.
So Mark's, where's it going? C or D?
I said D.
D. Okay. Superior Parts. This would be the Jackson Brothers. This is Young Bucks.
Oh, that's a tough one because it's so instantly recognizable, even if you hate him.
But it
That's a
wouldn't
Super
be-
Kick Party one?
If it,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if it was
Yeah, it's
on
gotta
an
be
album,
A. A or S at least. For sure.
if they released a CD like WWE did, this would be one you would skip. Though.
Just because I'm sick of hearing it, but
True. Is this Ryu?
That's pretty good.
Izanami here?
oh, I don't even remember.
Yuka Sakazaki is
Oh, is that? Does she have I in AEW too? Because her music is like yeah. Which if it's it's freaking at least A, and if it's not
call it.
then it's
I think
oh, man.
Magical Girl is what they call it in AEW.
I just don't know. I don't know if it's the same song. I think it is.
No,
No, it's not.
I don't think so. It's it's like
Who is it?
generic techno Magical Girl. I think is what they called it.
Magical Girl. Okay.
I'm just comparing it to a Japanese one.
It's a Fighter Fest theme. What?
Yeah.
Her Japanese one just yeah. I don't know. Let me take a listen.
The one that they use in AEW is trying to
No,
sound
it's like a
an
whole
anime,
techno thing.
anime thing.
Yeah, I'm good. C,
So
D.
I'd say C.
Yeah, C or D. It's not the good theme that she uses in Japan. And the only reason that other theme is good is because it just gets you so hyped with the Nightcore style. What?
All right, so I'm cheating because I would be frustrated if you guys did.
Last one's Wardlow?
For Wardlow.
Ugh, yeah, I'm not a fan of Wardlow's fucking theme.
Oh, I'm not gonna love it.
Is
This is war.
It's decent, but it's kind of generic at the same time.
Oh, don't push it down.
But
C or D.
at least A or B probably for me. Because it is
I'd say
recognizable.
I'm an 18.
It is recognizable for sure. Just because this is war. I'm like, okay, cool.
Fucking love that one.
Thanks,
I wish it
Wardlow.
was.
Oh wow.
So there's our rankings. It does balance out pretty strong. However, I would say if you had WWE on here, there would be so much SNA that it would push all this down so much. Because WWE has doesn't. I mean,
Yeah, Yuka Sakazaki's Japanese theme is way better.
Yeah, the I one. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty nice.
They also
for you,
present her like a legitimate big deal, whereas here she comes out every once in a while.
Did she not even get the
1
announcers to
hour
say her
edition.
name?
That's hilarious.
I think I read somewhere like the announcers didn't even say Yuka's name on Rampage. Like what the hell? Or Dark or something? Like how's that possible?
I gotta ask a silly question because there's 4 that are just standing out to me as the top dog. If there was an S plus, that are probably Adam Cole. I'm sorry, 5. Well, no, where did we put? Where did we put Moxley? Okay, Moxley's up there. Yeah, so 5. Which one's the top dog? Like, I feel like the AEW original is still the top dog. I think Adam Cole is the top dog. I mean, up there close is Fozzy and in Living Color, and Living Color. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Wild Thing doesn't change the world for me. I mean, you know who it is.
So, I think unfortunately Jericho has to be considered the top dog just because of how over it is.
Yeah.
Or Jericho.
Everybody knows it.
But here's the fact about Adam Cole that I think, to me, puts it a very close second in my mind. He had to go to Mikey Ruckus after the first time they did it and have him rework the theme to add a specific amount of time and then add the boom into it. Because it said boom.
Every time he points at himself, he wants that boom to be.
Well, more specifically, he said we got to time it out so I have the perfect amount of time to walk to the ring, to get up on the thing, to look down, to look up at the camera. Boom. And the fact that the crowd was so into it that they were like, no, we have to modify this to include that part there. To me, puts it. Here, I was going to do something. We're going to get demonetized for this. I'm going to have to edit it out. But I want to show this so that you guys can see what we mean when we say the Japanese version is better.
Oh, yeah.
This is at Super Saitama Arena. This is just last year. And this is the ring entrance for her at this event, where she's presented like a big fucking deal.
Cyber Fight Festival 2022. This is the co-main event for the Princess of Princess Championship title.
Now, this isn't part of the regular music. This part is added for this pay-per-view, of course.
Yeah, the massive show. They want the pageantry. I think this was the Cyber Fight Festival, actually. I can see the logo on the top left there.
Yep.
This is crazy.
Yo, it's so hype, yo, the energy.
Like straight up baby metal.
Yeah.
For a second there, not now. It's not baby.
It's just Japanese idol group now, but so much hyper.
Man, those 4K cameras are freaking nice. Like the ones that the NFL uses.
Coming out to smoke and bubbles, bubbles and smoke, the challenger, the magical girl, Yuka Sakazaki.
So that's how they presented her for that, like a fucking star. And here they present her like, yeah, it's she's the magical girl. We're gonna put her on dark.
That's messed.
But anyways,
Pretty sick though. Good theme.
yeah, that's a way better theme than our AEW one. But okay, we'll move on to the next challenge. JLB, do
Sorry,
you
that
have
one took an hour. I apologize.
Okay, JLB, do you have your challenge, or do you want me to go next?
I mean, I could gladly skip mine for the night because I feel like it's gonna be fucking long.
Well,
already had
mine will be a little bit, but it's not going to be super long. So, Necro, you're welcome to stay and participate in the next challenge if you want to. But I also know you've got sumo to
I gotta
watch,
go.
So,
It's about 50 minutes out, so I got enough time to smoke and then come back, and then final division. It's day 11 today, so it's pretty baller. It's been
that's
busy.
totally fine.
No, I appreciate you guys having me on, though.
Yeah,
It's so
appreciate
nice.
you being on, and
Blast having you, man.
yeah, it's a blast
For
having
sure.
you. You're welcome back anytime. But
Yeah,
go enjoy
it's
that
hard to
sumo.
catch. I think you guys usually start around 11 my time, so
Yeah,
it's hard
well,
to
that's the
like. I
deal
gotta
is-
catch it.
It's tough from a time zone difference. It's also tough just from a scheduling. Sunday
Yeah.
nights and Tuesday nights are not always the easiest to schedule things. So, but we appreciate you joining us.
No worries. Thank you
this
so
time.
much, eh?
Enjoy your sumo.
Thanks. Take care, guys.
Deuces.
Have a good one, man.
Okay. So my challenge is going to be kind of a fun one. I think. This is a game we're gonna play. And
Own you.
Fabe kind of knows what the game is. But
To guess the wrestler? Is that what's happening?
no, it is
It's so fucked up that your thing is frozen and you have like the creepiest smile on.
so so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off with this is gonna be a reverse draft, sort of. So here's the deal. We're gonna take turns each doing picks in a draft, right? And we're gonna do 5 rounds per game, right? The trick is gonna be 2 of us are gonna know what the subject of the draft is. The third person is not gonna know, and that's the real game. Is the third person figuring out what the subject of the draft is, right? For instance, to give an example, if we were doing the draft and my first pick was Billy Madison, and Fabe's first pick was what? Are you there, Fabe? Uh-oh. Have we lost him?
You said "uh-oh" at the right moment though, before it got disconnected.
The weather is weathering.
It's weathering. Well,
The
let's try to
weather
do
is
this. Can you hear us now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
So you said Billy Madison. JLB's pick would be
Well, yeah, like I say Billy Madison, you say 50 First Dates. JLB would have to, from those two clues, make his first pick. To try to figure out what that would be. So if I said Billy Madison and DA Fabe said 50 First Dates, what would your number one pick
Adam
in this
Sandler.
draft be? What would your pick
Adam
be?
Sandler.
You would just pick Adam Sandler.
You would pick Adam Sandler?
And
Okay.
that would probably be the theme.
The theme probably would be Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But so like I said, the goal is for you to get your picks in there to eventually meet up with the theme. Now we're gonna keep this wrestling related. So I am sending Fabe a theme right now.
Juicing up my hot
So
spot.
what else would you have picked though? So if you said Billy Madison and 50 First Dates, what do you mean? Like another?
You could have
Adam
said
Sandler
Happy
comedy?
Gilmore.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
You said
Okay.
Happy Gilmore. You could have said
Mr.
Grown Ups.
Grown Ups. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, or whatever. Or maybe or maybe you didn't catch it right there. Maybe for whatever reason you didn't catch it. So you go, he said Happy Gilmore, or he said Billy Madison, and the other person said 50 First Dates. I'm gonna say Top Gun Maverick, because those are both movies. Now that looks silly because yours isn't with the
Isn't aligning
that theme.
to
Didn't
what you're
align with the theme.
referring to.
But we're gonna do 5 rounds, and then your choice is gonna it's gonna be you have to try to figure out what the theme was.
Right.
So Fabe, did you
That's
get my message with the theme?
I sure did.
Okay. 5-round draft starts now. I'm gonna let Fabe take the first pick. If his
I changed my connection, so I apologize.
Okay.
I changed my connection to a stronger connection.
Okay. Okay, you can have the first pick. Round 1.
Oh, my first pick is going to be. I pick with the first draft or first pick in the draft. I pick Sting.
Ooh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I am going to pick Chris Jericho. JLB, who's your first pick?
I am going to pick. CM Punk.
Oh, that's
a rough pick, bud.
That's an interesting pick. That's
We'll see how that works out for you there.
okay. Fabe,
My second
2.
pick is going to be Paul Levesque.
that's an underdog. That's a sleeper pick. Sleeper pick there. I am gonna do Mark Calloway.
I am going to do Shawn Michaels.
That's a really interesting pick. That's
This,
a tough one.
I feel like part of this team's missing.
Yeah.
About half of it.
So, okay, Fabe, pick number 3, third round.
Pick 3 is
This
going
is
to
so
be
difficult
Steve
to put together.
Williams, known as Steve Austin.
That's a good one. That's a very,
I
very
might
good
call
one.
him Stunning Steve, though, to help him out a little bit here.
That is a very very good pick. Some will say this pick is a little bit far down the list, that it should have been one of the top ones. But I am going to pick Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
It
I was leaving it.
it kind of had to be, I'm surprised he dropped, what was it, fourth round?
Well, and to know that this person qualified multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Back and forth and back and forth. Ooh.
JLB.
John Cena.
That
is an incredibly interesting pick.
That is a very, very.
This is all the
mean,
same topic, though. All these things,
he
all
did-
this topic that
He did. He did
fuck,
hold-
man.
I think he held a belt that would be similar to that, though.
There's maybe that counts. Geez, round 5.
My pick is going to be the five-time world champion, Booker T.
That's a very, very good pick. My pick's going to be tough. Might be a controversial pick. But for this draft, my 5th round pick, final pick of the draft, Chris Benoit.
I was there too. I was about that one. I mean, because both.
Mm-hmm.
One of them he
Yep.
quit while he had it.
JLB,
Last.
last pick.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero.
Oh,
That's your best pick yet.
That's an excellent pick. That is an excellent pick.
It's wrestlers who have been in WCW and WWF or WWE as the world champion. No, in WWF and WWE.
Didn't need to be world champion, but had to be in both of those. Yes, you did get the theme in the end. So
Where did you get it?
I kind of thought that was maybe the theme when it was Sting and Jericho, but then I'm like, that could also be AEW. So I was like, CM Punk. And then I'm like, let's see what the next one is. And you guys were kind of fucked up by it. And then you said Shawn Michaels. No, I said Shawn Michaels. You said Triple H and Mark Calloway. I was like, okay, maybe it's something with Attitude Era. I'm like, but that doesn't work with Sting. Maybe it's something in the 90s because that would work for both. So I was like, okay. But then you guys obviously hated my my John Cena because that obviously doesn't work. Yeah, so I kind of was in that inkling, but I was like, is it Attitude Era? Is it? And then I'm like, wait a minute, John Cena. They really didn't like as well. Yeah, so I got it really kind of towards the end, I guess. I'm like, okay, I knew my round where you guys are going with.
It looks like Smarks has just sent you your topic.
Oh, snap!
I am on the way of sending it to you.
Are we picking separate from you, Smarks, or because you're the host, you're going to keep this one?
For this one, it's going to be me and JLB. But then after this, if you guys want to come up with a topic, I will gladly play a round or two.
Okay.
JLB, did you get the topic?
I did indeed.
Oh, I can see the reflection in your glasses.
Stop it.
I can't actually. Geez.
I don't know. I don't know how you good vision people can do it. So I'm just assuming. All right.
Okay. So 5 rounds with the new topic. JLB, I'll give you first
to
pick.
make 5 rounds.
Oh, there are definitely enough wrestlers.
Oh yeah. Okay. Bret Hart.
That's a very good choice. Very good choice. Very good choice.
I thought so.
However, I am picking Razor Ramon.
Oh, that works. Yeah,
Okay.
nice. Chico.
I'm gonna pick Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Maybe.
It wasn't drastically. It wasn't an interesting pick. So. Okay.
No.
Um.
Who are you picking, JLB?
Round
It's me
two.
first.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Also a very good pick. Not quite as good of a pick as Macho Man Randy Savage. I think second round. I'm surprised he dropped to round 2. Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Honky Tonk Man as the longest.
Honky Tonk Man's a very good choice.
Is it Intercontinental Champions?
It is. Took it way too early, but that's fine. That's fine. We're supposed to go 5 rounds and then you get it.
Oh.
That's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we can go 5 rounds if you want.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do either of you have a topic?
I'm gonna send him one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Message.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? You think that one works?
Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. Okay. You want to draft yours first?
Let me just hit my list here. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with Edge.
Edge. I like that pick. That one's outside what I expected. I'm gonna go with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's a stunner of a pick.
It is.
I think I'm gonna go with Bryan Danielson.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bit of a hiatus there. But interesting.
Teeny tiny one. Should have been. I will go with. I will go once again with the excellence of execution. We're at the Hitman Hart.
That's an excellent choice. Excellent choice. I'm gonna go with Ken Shamrock.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think JR mentioned that Ken Shamrock was underrated in a previous podcast that he did. And I'm like, no, he wasn't. He's trash.
Oh, he definitely was. No, he was.
He was awesome. I am gonna go with gonna go with Lance Storm.
Are you being serious here for a minute? With that pick?
That's a different pick in this category.
That would be an interesting pick there. Yeah, I don't know how that would quite work out, but I'm glad it's fantasy booking that we're doing here because boy, whew, it's quite a fantasy you have. Quite a fantasy. Sure know how to pick them. And now I lost my list. Talk a whole bunch of shit. I am going to go with one Sir William Regal.
I really enjoyed that pick.
He's a man's man.
It was
You know?
he was a man's man.
He was. Yep.
You know, for me, it's tough. It's tough not to think of Ted DiBiase when we talk about this. So I'm going to go with Ted DiBiase.
Everybody's got a price. Nice. You did very well.
I'm gonna go with Tito Santana.
It's a surprisingly accurate pick. Surprisingly accurate. I like it. All right, JLB.
I mean, I feel like everybody wants to play the game. Triple H.
What's that stand for, anyways? Triple H.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Okay, just making sure. For me, I think one of the most. I'm going to use a sleeper here, one that's you know, you didn't really see coming, and I'm going to go with Mr. Ass himself, Billy Gunn.
What pick are we on?
This will be your fourth.
Maybe a fourth?
I think he's got it, though.
Yeah, I think it's got it.
Well, I'm just trying to decide whether to pick Xavier Woods or Don Morocco.
I mean, it's a big spectrum, beginning and end, and
Beginning the alpha and the omega of this so far.
well, we don't. Yeah, so far, yeah, we don't know. if
So
it's
far.
the Omega.
I'll go ahead and go with Don Morocco. For
Well,
now.
mind you, there was not one in 2022, so
Yeah. So
Big
far.
Don messed up. Fuck! I could have. No, but then that would have been too easy if I would have been like Zelina Vega.
I actually thought about
Or
that choice.
Or that could have been
Well-
could have really fucked them up. Like what?
We'll go ahead and end it since it's obvious I know that it's King of the Ring winners.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. That started out pretty hard, though.
Yeah, when did you kind of figure it out?
Right before he said Tito Santana. That's what I
Yeah.
knew. you
No.
Tito Santana
And-
was when
I feel like it was your Triple H comment. What did Triple H stand for? Hunter Hearst Helmsley. And
uh,
I'm like, bro, you're
Unfortunately,
kind of giving
he
it to
said,
him.
He said Tito Santana before that.
yeah.
Did he? Oh, he did. Okay.
William Regal was where I was starting to think about something like that. Ted DiBiase was, I think, the one that really made me go, oh, wait, no, I think I know what this is.
I thought for sure if we got to round 5 and I didn't think you had it, I was giving you Xavier Woods. I was gonna be like, well, this you can't get this now. Like,
I was gonna give him Wade Barrett. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, JLB, do you have a topic?
Yeah, we could do a topic.
you two can play it on me. Fun.
Yeah. Hmm. Trying to make sure it's not too hard though. That'd be mean.
I don't know. Getting ring winners can be pretty hard sometimes.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, I'm sure King Shamrock was a fucking curveball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, you know, there's that time Lance Storm won it, so.
Okay, so here I got it. I'm gonna send it to you, Smarks.
Hey, you sent that in the group chat. I'm just fucking with
As he
you. I don't
double
even
checks.
know if you said it.
I double checked. I'm like, oh no.
King Booker.
King Booker. So, by the way, the Weekend also gets WrestleMania theme again this year.
4 years in a row, going
4
for 5.
years in a row.
Set a record.
Jesus.
Okay. I got it. I'm ready whenever you are.
All right. So, you want me to start it off?
I'll start it off. First round.
Okay.
For first round pick, I gotta go with the head of the table, Roman Reigns.
That's fair. That's fair. I feel like he's ahead of the table, but he doesn't bring, the evolution to the wrestling business quite like Randy Orton did. Randy Orton.
I mean, I don't know that either of those guys hold up to that. The most electrifying entertainer in all of sports entertainment, The Rock.
It's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick
Yeah.
at all.
I mean, it's pretty electric.
I mean, we can't really draft without Lex Luger, right? So I'm going with Lex Luger number 2.
Fuck.
Yeah. I feel like I'm the only Canadian on here. I gotta go with Bret the Hitman Hart.
It's not bad. Not a bad choice.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think it would be tough to not include HBK in this group too, though.
You know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. That's a very good point. Very good pick. I mean, on that same, we can't draft this without someone picking Stone Cold Steve Austin. So that's my third pick.
That's fair. That's fair. No, I mean,
interesting that it's your third pick.
No real statistical reason behind it.
no. I like the idea of, mixing it up. We can't just have a whole bunch of Americans and Canadians. We got to go with a Mexican. So I'm going to go with Alberto Del Rio.
Not a bad choice. I mean,
I thought so.
As long as he's not in prison.
Right.
When you talk about, people from other countries, I think you have to pay respect to the United States too. I mean, you picked Canada and now Mexico, so we may as well pick in between and go with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
I think that's, he's up there. He's up there. One of the
I don't
OGs
know that I have it, but I think that I have it, unless you guys are giving really bad clues when I'm wrong.
Well, I don't know. For my fourth pick, I mean, he's back right now, so I have to go with Mr. McMahon. Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
I thought you were going to say, I'm back. I was like, fuck. Okay.
That's fair. But, I mean, you also can't forget about... Woo! The Nature Boy.
Well, when you talk about big stars of the Nation Boys era, I mean, don't you have to talk about the biggest? Yokozuna.
Very good. Very, very excellent pick there.
No.
Very excellent pick.
That documentary was still crazy that they did with Yokozuna. That was still a tearjerker. That was one of their best ones they did. That's fair. Good pick.
It was almost over the top.
I mean, I feel like we can't talk about international without mentioning and someone picking Shinsuke Nakamura.
You had me fucking shit myself, man.
I mean, that's he is the king of strong style, so I get it. I absolutely do get it. Since we're doing that, I mean, I think we're gonna keep going international here. We're gonna keep doing it because I think it's right to represent all countries. So let's go with the Irish lad himself, Sheamus.
I think when you talk about people who are as great as everybody you guys have mentioned, like some of the greats of all time, I, for the life of me, do not know how anybody could leave out somebody from those greats like Big John Studd.
It's a very excellent pick to round it out.
Royal Rumble winners.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew you knew it. Like
we fucked up big time. It took me to the third round though, because before that I thought it was third generation or the second and third generation stars.
Oh snap! Fuck, we should have said Ray then, because then Ray would have still helped into that fucking scenario. God damn it!
You guys could have gone a little longer, and I'd have given you a wrong one.
I thought you fucked him up with Shinsuke though for a second.
Like, not yet. Until he said Shinsuke. He went international,
Yeah.
and I'm like, motherfucker. I'm like, oh, where is he going now? And then he said Shinsuke, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, he won it.
Damn.
I
That's a
wasn't
fun game.
solid until Shinsuke. But
Nice.
and you could get really dirty game. I mean, you can get down to, members of NWO.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's
Scott Norton,
Scott.
Buff Bagwell.
Yeah.
WCW.
It's Sting.
The really hard part is you expand it and you can say Conan, and people will be like, what?
Yeah. Or just all NWO though. You don't say black or white, the red, red and black or white and black. You just all NWO. People fucked up. You name like half of the WCW roster or the majority of the WCW roster. You're like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Now let's see here.
That's
a total of 62
excellent
members, all told, in the NWO.
NWO.
Yep. So I could be like Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
He was, wasn't he? Ted DiBiase.
Was he?
He started off with Dusty Rhodes, Ted DiBiase, Conan.
Yeah. Dusty Rhodes was there from May 17th, 98 to November 30th, 98. So 6 months.
You think about it. You do Conan, Dusty Rhodes, Eric Bischoff. You do Ted DiBiase. You can really make it look like it's just announcers.
Yeah. Oh, I could really then throw a wrench and be like Disco Inferno.
Who's been an announcer? Oh, fuck. That one could get dirty.
There you go.
Or an
David Flair. Well, fuck. Now I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, because nobody remembers that David Flair was in NWO. That one would have been a fun one.
Nick Patrick.
That might have been a giveaway.
Possibly. Could say the Nasty Boys.
They were in NWO?
Mm-hmm. They were in NWO for 1 week. Joined October 7th, 1996. Expelled October 14th, 1996.
That's awesome.
Who is that?
The Nasty Boys.
Oh,
Brian Knobs and Jerry Sags.
All right, JLB, your time. It's your time to shine. We probably won't get a game tonight because we already did one.
Yeah, I think we've done 2.5 hours of this, and we started with such a bummer.
Skipping.
I think we're good for ending on a high note of a fun game. That I think we'll do again. We'll do again.
Yeah, that's fun. That's a good. Now we have two great games: Gus the Wrestler and what are you calling this one?
I haven't decided on an official name for it. Mystery draft? Draft quiz? I don't know.
Okay.
Weakest
draft. I can't take entire credit. There's a YouTube channel, not a YouTube, a TikTok channel that does it just based on generic stuff, not related to wrestling. And they call it reverse draft.
Oh,
which doesn't actually.
It's not actually in reverse.
It's not actually reverse, so that's why I don't make that name for it. But, anyways, we'll come up with a fun name for it in the future.
Backdraft.
Shivers.
Draft.
Got a bad draft. Draft.
Anyways.
Go mania. Yeah, keep thinking.
The Royal Draft.
The Royal Draft.
Anyways, but on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up, close the book on the Fantasy Booking Institute. Thanks to Necro Eric for coming on earlier, talking a little bit about Jay Briscoe, also playing our fun tier list game with us. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. It's the best way to support us there. It's absolutely free to like it and follow us on Twitch and all that stuff. If you want to support us, you can subscribe to us, whether it's through Amazon Prime, which is absolutely free, or through just regular subscription. You want to support us as well? You can go up to Factor. Link is in the doobly-doos for it. You've got one more week to use that code at factor75.com. Use the code factor SE13652 for 60% off your first order from Factor. Helps us out a ton. This is going to be the last show that we talk about it on there, but the code will be good for another week. So if you're wanting to, do it now. Do it now. But other than that, you can support us by buying merch. I've got the new shirt about ready to go. I've just got a few tweaks to do on it, tweaking some fonts and stuff like that because I'm weird and obsessive about shit like that. Anyways, so the new shirt will be going up on the Stream Element store here soon. So you can support us that way. We also still have the Spreadshirt store as well open, so you can do that either way. You can follow us on whatever social medias. You can follow me on pretty much all of them at Raw and Order WBU, just like it shows right there on the screen. That's Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, just not Facebook, where it's at Pissant Podcast, because Facebook's weird, right? You can follow DA Fabe at...
Hey, I did have it. Cool. DA Vincent K. Fabe on Twitter. You know, one of the great things about what Smarks negotiated for us with Factor, just keep in mind, you can't feed yourself to $6 these days, and boy, you sure can with that discount code. So take advantage of that, get yourself some food, and make it a little healthy for once.
My wife and I were feeling lazy on the way home from work. We drove through fast food for just my wife and I and our 4-year-old who doesn't eat anything. Right, it was $34.
And that's fast food, the cheap stuff. I was talking with a friend of mine from California today, and she said that breakfast sandwiches. Now in California, things are a little bit more expensive, but breakfast sandwiches, if you ordered 2 of them at most places, it would set you back some $50.
Oh my God.
$50.
I get California is a lot more expensive though than
a bagel
generally
with
anywhere in
cheese
America.
is $12. A bagel
That's
with cream cheese is $12 in California right now, and for $6 you can have a full real meal. With if you order the 10 meal box and take that discount code, so that's I can tell you it tastes fucking amazing.
Better than your banquet meals you buy at the store.
For $8.
Yeah. Hearty man.
And cheaper than an egg.
Yeah.
So
Fucking bird
damn
flu.
avian flu. Anyway.
Anyway,
You can also
you could also follow JLB at
twitch.tv/JLBTLC25 because I stream shit. That's what I do. And that's that Factor code, again, just in case if you couldn't read it on top of Smarks' head. He has a big head, so it might have blocked away the code there. You can, right there. I know, it's the joke. It's the joke, all right? Let it slide. You can do that, and all my other links will be down below in the doobly-doos, where I talk about movies, games, and I am currently watching the new Last of Us show off HBO, which is based off the video game, which I will be playing again because that series has got me wanting to play that once again. And so you'll probably be watching me play some Last of Us in the upcoming days. Stop it.
It looked like you were in an earthquake.
I seriously thought my house was shaking because you were shaking your leg so hard.
Well, I mean, you have weather issues, so who knows?
Also, if you'd like to just watch people play video games, I do stream Skyrim and probably WrestleMania 2K16 here shortly on there. I don't exclusively play and stream, and so I have to be honest with you guys. If you watched my last stream and then the next time I stream, I'm not picking up from where I left off because I played in between without streaming because I'm addicted to games. Skyrim's so good. It's so fucking good.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
We just got a no swearing.
Fuck that. We'll do it on the next one.
Time starts. Thanks for visiting. Now.
Yes. Anyways, thanks for joining us. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. All of the links are in the doobly-doos for all of that stuff. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you soon.
Bye. Order factory.